STB goes into China with a driver returning to the league in Bourne Buckley. Earlier on in the season, when he was signed for Mercedes, unfortunately he had to drop out due to commitments outside of the league, but now he joins Scuderia Ferrari and says that he's more ready than ever. Team principal Ferrari, Mauricio Ricovene, said that he's very happy to see the services of the Irishman, and says also that he knows that he'll be able to turn up to most races and will bring the points, unlike GTA Burnout. In other news, Lewis Hamilton 44 got off to a perfect start to his return in STB in Bahrain last week with an incredible strategy. Many drivers are very wary of Lewis Hamilton's skills with strategy, and Dos Fusion even commented that it could well be the biggest threat to his championship challenge. In an interview, Lewis Hamilton 44 said that he's really looking forward to the Chinese Grand Prix and knows that strategy could well play a part in who wins the next race. However, he did say that the rain could well spice things up and wishes that rain could be in China. So, with Shanghai ahead of us, who will be succeeding and who will be failing at the Shanghai International Circuit? We'll find out this week.
So here we go then, onboard qualifying with Bourne Buckley and finish player. Heading down into turn 1, spot the 50-metre board on your left here. Dab the brakes slightly, but let the engine do the braking for the most part. Drift out wide to the left, cut back in for the chicane, hit the apex, and hit the apex again. Don't let it drift out too wide as you'll lose a lot of speed here. Coming up to turns 5 and 6 now. You're going to want to look on your left for the 100-metre board. Heavy braking in a straight line as much as possible. Late apex, cut back. Try and get on the power as early as possible without losing any time. Now we're coming up to the fast left-hander of 7. A little bit of brakes in these tricky wet conditions, but not much. Drift out wide. Try and hug the curb on the inside here. Now coming into corners 9 and 10. Try and get that apex and then drift out wide, hit the apex again. Now setting up for turns 11, 12. Hit the 100-metre boards, late apex again. Try and set yourself up for the second corner so you have the best exit as possible. Cut back on the inside, try and hug that inside curb. Try and drift out as wide as possible without getting on the curb. Finish player gets on the curb a little bit but doesn't seem to scrub off much speed. Now coming down to the heavy braking of turn 14, longest straight. Going to your left just before the 150-metre board and the curb starts. Late apex again. On the power as early as possible again. Bit skirmish in these conditions, you can see finish there. Coming to the final corner, low braking, 2 gears down, much as curb as possible on the exit, and that's a lap of China.
The Chinese Grand Prix comes to you, the STB Chinese Grand Prix of Season 13 comes to you live from the Shanghai International Circuit, and this track is definitely one that the drivers love. After hosting its first race in 2004, the Chinese Grand Prix, the Shanghai International Circuit, has definitely been a favourite for drivers and spectators alike. Most drivers hate this circuit. They think it's similar to Malaysia, which unfortunately isn't on the calendar this season. But they do value it to be a track which offers incredible corners to drive around. You know, you've got the Sector 2 infield section, and it's such a special circuit. All circuits in Formula 1 are special, they're in Formula 1, but China is one that has definitely been one which has definitely had a success story. A country struggling financially, even though it is known for its economy, not the strongest economy, of course, in the world, and it's incredible to see China in Formula 1 still, after 14 years of very successful run-ins with Formula 1. It looks like the strategy here today is going to be mostly a one stop or a 2 stop. It's going to be depending on the tyres that you start on. Looks like the top 4 then are starting on, or top 5, sorry, starting on sets of ultra soft tyres. So they're going to be going quite early on in the Grand Prix, and the rest of the drivers, except from a few exceptions, are going to be on softs. So it definitely does depend on the chassis you're going for. Personally, I would take the 2-stop, because that's just me. But these drivers then warming up their tyres ahead of this Chinese Grand Prix. This straight right here is going to be one, which is definitely going to be seeing a lot of overtaking. Looks like Bourne Buckley has been disqualified from the formation up there, so it looks like there was a bit of contact. But yes, China then, that straight, the DRS straight, that the back markers are on right now. Fusion, P18. So that's not very good. But yeah, that straight then definitely going to be seeing a lot of DRS and overtake moves going into the turn 14 hairpin, one of the most iconic corners well, in my opinion, the most iconic corner in China, because it's such an incredible overtaking opportunity, great overtaking spot. China then always offers its spectators with incredible races, but what will season 13 bring for China? Thank you for joining us. We are here then in China. 1 light, 2 light, it's 3 light, it's 4 light, it's 5 lights. Bit of a delay there on the lights on my screen, but it is lights out and away they go. The Chinese Grand Prix is underway. What an incredible start there from Bourne Buckley. That's off to an incredible start. And now down in the first corner, we've got the Sauber of DJ Danny there. He's going to try and keep his position at the into P number 4 now, sorry. So coming through, drivers just trying to navigate their way through the 2 Force Indias there, making contact coming out of turn 1 and 2. So then they all come through, and there's some yellow flags at the back. Matty's made a mistake on the front. Matty, there's been contact at the back of the field. It looks like we've got Razan, Dennis, and Matty there at the back. Looks like there's a lot of contact going on back there. We've got the Force India then trying to get past the Toro Rosso here for P number 8 of the Chinese Grand Prix. And yeah, you know, a lot of great battles. The McLaren there going wide, battling with DJ Danny. DJ Danny is keeping his position with all his might. He needs this. He needs to get up into P number 4. This is an incredible position. The Force India then. The Force India of VSR Kushmania is going to get involved in this now as they come down the straight. It's going to be, look at that train. Look at the train between all these drivers now. We've got the Toro Rosso up the inside. IS Gohan's up the inside. Danny's made a mistake. Danny's have to yield out of that. The Force India's up the inside. Kushmania then up in the P5 now around the outside off the McLaren. It's going to be on the inside now. And there's been a crash. There's been a crash. Kushmania's been forced off wide there. Luther up in the P10, Fusion P12, and Kushmania is going to be absolutely fuming in that cockpit. He has been punted off the road by the Force India, the 2 Force Indias, quite high up actually in this race. And one of them is battling now with IS Hamilton 44 and Mercury. What a start from him up in a P6. He's looking pretty strong here in China. We've got DJ Danny then, still in P4, but a bit getting chased by IS Leclerc. I do need to get used to these names because they're quite confusing. And it looks like Matty is either lagging very badly or he's made a big mistake and just isn't having the race that he needs yet. I think he may be lagging back there. So there you go. But Kushmania is then back on the attack now. He's going to try and get past the Red Bull of Uther, and he's going to then follow his teammate Furoru 810 to try and get up into P number 8 now. But we've got some action going up here. There's the Force India. No, so the Toro Rosso of IS Gohan there, and now we've got Kushmania overtaking Uther here into P number 8. But he's made a mistake. And he's forced the there wide. And there you go, up in a P8. And there's some ignoring yellow flags. So Total Pure's not having the best of luck here in China. And the Force India's getting very squirmish out of their corners here in China. But incredible race at the moment by DJ Danny, who stays in P number 4. We got Filoru, and IS Gohan has retired out of the Chinese Grand Prix. I don't know what's happened there, but commiserations to him. Fusion then is going to try and get back on the charge, try and get past his Haas, his Haas teammate from last season, Total Pure, and we've got Totaro Rosso off the circuit. It's LRS Mercury. That's a massive crash. Massive crash here in China. What has happened? Bullseye for the second race in 3 races has just made contact with another driver, and LRS Mercury is out of the Chinese Grand Prix. Oh, that is commiserations for there. But now we've got IS Hamilton of the inside of DJ Danny now. Here we go down the straight. This is incredible. We've got the Force Indy going wide, getting forced off circuit as well. Oh, VSR Cushmania follows closely behind. Look at this. IS Hamilton there gets the overtake done. Danny's down in P6. But, oh, that is commiserations at the back there between Mercury and Gohan. Sorry, Mercury and Bullseye. But that is massive, massive news for DJ Danny. And we've got the Force India. He's made an incredible move up the inside. Oh, that is incredible there from VSR Cushmania. He now needs to follow his teammate closely behind. Oh, yes, the Kerrs get involved as well, and it looks like Vaughan Buckley's just absolutely left the field for chips here. And looks like the Force Indias, you know, again, the Force India is struggling here in China. Both Force Indias are very squirmish coming out of corners. IS Hamilton behind IS Leclerc 16 right now, so it looks like he's looking pretty strong. But then we've got the two, obviously now the 2 Force Indias, and DJ Danny close behind them, and then we've got Fusion looking pretty strong here in China. Danny then obviously had to yield from the Mercedes, sorry. And we have got IS Leclerc into the pit lane. Vaughan Buckley's also in the pits. Let's see what Ferrari's going to do. Going to put him on a set of soft compound tyres, so he's going to go on his way now. Car number 12. Fusion then. It looks like these soft runners. Ferrari's running on the softs. They're looking pretty strong at the moment. The sun is looking to be peering through the clouds. Buckley then. On the back of Finnish player. Is this going to be a straightforward move or on the outside of the McLaren? Here we go. On the inside. Can Buckley do it? Yes, he can. He cuts the corner. That could be deemed as a illegal overtake. But oh, there's been a spin! Oh, that is commiserations. Like for Loru was spun round there by his teammate VSR Cushmania. Contact between the two drivers there. That was very, very bizarre. We've seen that in testing and practice, but yeah, especially between the two teammates, that Force Indy team not going to be happy with that. And Filoru there gets the overtake done on Raisin. Oh, and the 14 has made a mistake mid-corner. And Ray's then P6. The Finnish player needs to, you know, get hurry on and overtake Jason. Otherwise, he's gonna lose his. Well, he's already lost his place on circuit because he's lost. He's behind Buckley, but yes, around the outside, and there's been contact. There's been contact between the two drivers, and that is not what Finnish player needed, nor what Jason needed. A massive crash! Oh, that is big! Finnish player! There's been contact with the ghosting system now being off. Slight touch from Jason, and that sent Finnish player go flying off the circuit and into the wall. That is commiserations for the McLaren. Red Bull then versus Sauber down the straight then. DJ Danny, an urban unicorn. DJ Danny needs to fight with this for all his life. Urban unicorn. That was sloppy braking there from the Red Bull. And DJ Danny's done it. Absolutely smacks him in the face. Look at that. Slapped him in the face there. He said, no, this is my position. Get out of it. And he's up now into P9. But Leclerc's coming back now. He was up in a P8. Back down to P9. Back over to P8. Back up at P8. Back down to P9. This is incredible. He's going to get the traction though, hopefully on there. Needs to watch he doesn't hit him at the back there. And there you go. Leclerc keeps his P8. Which I'm sure that Danny's going to have something up his sleeve. Or down, I don't know. Up his sleeve to get that position back. And Buckley's in the pit lane. Let's see what tyres he's going to go on. Where's he actually going to come out? That is a good point here in China. He's going on to another set of softs. Looks like he will be going to the end of the Chinese Grand Prix. It's all to play for now for Buckley. He will be very quick on those fresh tyres. P8 for him. Fusion then pulls to that inside line. Here we go. Is he going to get that move done? Yes, he is. Up in a P2 goes the three-time world champion, but onto the curb. He also goes the rumble strip, the green artificial grass. And he's made a mistake. He's hit the McLaren, but still going side by side. Forcing Leclerc wide there when he's got out of position. What a move there from Fusion. Stayed resilient. Stay committed. And that is a move that you not want to mess about with. That is incredible. And Buckley then gets that move done on Leclerc up in the P6. The next up for him is Feloru. Pulls into that slipstream. Pulls to that inside. He's done it. Left him for absolute chips. Left him for chips there. Up in a P6 goes Total Pure. Yeah, Baku, definitely a great track. What also is great is Leclerc. Pretty straightforward there on his fellow countryman from France, Raisin. So there you go, straight up that inside. DRS slipstream up the inside on the turn 14 hairpin, and there you go. And Hamilton is just going to let Matty go. Obviously, Matty is much quicker on those ultras. He's lagging as well. Hamilton then. What a splendid strategy, a splendid race it has been for the Frenchman. And he's going to take full 25 points. If penalties don't play a factor from this Chinese Grand Prix. We have to keep an eye on Leclerc 16, but what we're also going to keep an eye on is Hamilton. 44 comes around the final corner. He hits that curb on the outside, and he wins the Chinese Grand Prix. What a race from him. Second is Fusion. Leclerc then down the straight. We're going to keep an eye on this battle. Is it going to be Total Pure's going to keep it? Is Total Pure going to keep it? Isaac Leclerc to me on the inside of the final corner. He can't do it. And he's made a big mistake coming out of that final corner. And 7th is what he's going to have to yield for. And yes, Total Pure must be very happy with that performance, keeping him behind him. But yes, what a race that was. And it looks like Fusion has also lost his 2nd place and he's now down at P3. So Cushmania there will get his first points of the season in P2. Danny Amati then. Not been the race they would hope for. Come around the final corner, and Danny is going to finish in a very dismal P13 in China. Matty then. Going around the final corner, and he's going to finish in P14 at the Chinese Grand Prix. That is it then. That is your race in China. But let's see what the podium has to offer. And there was a glitch on my screen there. France and Britain. France and Britain, the two countries dominating Formula One, dominating the world really. And that is the two countries that are on the podium here this evening. First, your winner, Lewis Hamilton, 44. Second, VSR Cushmania. Third, Fusion. Fourth, Valeru, 8-1-0. Great result from him. Fifth, disappointing from Paul Buckley. Sixth, Total Pure. Seventh, Raisin. Eighth, Isaac Leclerc, 16. Ninth was Urban Unicorn. 10th was there. He closed out the top 10. 11th, Jason is back. 12th was Finished Player. 13th was DJ Danny. 14th was Matty. 15th was Dennis. And your DNFs were Bullseye 403, LRS Mercury, and IS Gohan. So that is it then. What a Chinese Grand Prix that was. Great result from Lewis Hamilton, 44. Disappointing for Buckley, missing out on the victory. But yes. We're now going to speak to your podium finishers in a few moments. So we're just going to keep, just going to invite the podium finishers into the party, and then we'll get going with the interviews. So, yeah, I'd like to include your audio.
It's just me at the moment.
Oh, is it? Sorry. And we will get going. As Hamilton, if you'd like to include your audio. I'm going to give you a quick interview when we've got Kush Mania and him. Okay, I'm going to start with you, Fusion, while we wait for Kush Mania. So,
Yeah.
not the perfect race here in China. Coming into this weekend, was it a track that you was looking forward to?
Yeah. My pace is usually pretty decent around here, but I had a pretty poor qualifying, which put me at the back. I'm reasonably happy with P3. It should have been P2, possibly even P1 if I wasn't held up so much. But yeah, still decent recovery from the back. So.
Well, I'm sure you're very happy with P3.
Yeah.
Talking about your 5th place grid drop that actually dropped you into last place. We've just seen you stricken on the side of the circuit. Can you just explain to us the events of qualifying from your perspective?
Yeah, it was just a mistake by me because I came out the pits and I wasn't really focusing on where people were on the track because I only had my map on the small spit, so I could only see like a tiny bit of the track compared to the whole thing, which is what I usually have. And yeah, I just didn't have time to react, and I caused a collision at turn 1. 100% my fault, but.
Going into the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, it's known. It's had 2-3 races now in STB. It's been known for hosting incredible racing. What's your expectations going into the final race of the flyway season?
I honestly don't know because I haven't really done many laps around Baku on this game at the moment. So hopefully I'll get a podium at least. That's just I think my aim every race. Then a win's just like a bonus. So.
Okay. Very, very consistent. I don't know where Kushmanu is. He may just be off the mic. Hopefully we can catch him in a few moments. While we wait for him, your race winner, Iris Hamilton, 44. 2 races, Hamilton, and 2 wins.
Yep.
How are you feeling at the moment?
Pretty happy, of course. But this race was very difficult than Bahrain due to the qualifying. The qualifying was very strange. The condition wet and dry tires and whoa, that was really strange.
Yes. I'll ask the same questions I did to Fusion. Coming into this weekend, how was your feelings about China? Is it a track that you enjoy, or is it a track that you don't like as much?
I don't like it so much. I don't have really a very strong pace than Bahrain, and
okay.
Yep, it's a boring track, and well, that's all.
Okay. And Azerbaijan, what's your expectations going into next week's race?
I don't really know because like Fusion, I don't race on Baku a lot, and just in Korea with the Sauber, I don't know. No.
Okay.
I am
well.
The win.
Hopefully,
course, but,
Hamilton. Hamilton, you can get some practice in this week and be right on the pace for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Unfortunately, Virsa Kushmania, for whatever reason, cannot be with us in this interview, but I'm sure he's very happy with his P2. We do have to be closing up proceedings here this evening. But congratulations to everyone who has finished on the podium here today, the 3 people. Congratulations to all the drivers who have competed in this evening's Chinese Grand Prix. It will be a race to forget for many, a track which not many drivers like, but has offered some incredible battles here this evening. Do join us next week and do get excited for what could be the most entertaining race of the season. The Baku City Circuit, known for its long straights, incredible twisty second sector, and a track which is known for providing us with action at every single corner you can almost say. We'll see you next week, same time, same person. I will be back bringing you the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Join us next week at the Baku City Circuit for round 4 of season 13.